Welcome back to Sports Overtime. Curt Fraser, Grand Rapids Griffins head coach, joins us now to talk hockey. And Curt, it's been a tough stretch here. 3 wins in the last 13 games. How do you just grind through this now and survive and keep your head above water?
Well, I'm trying to look for positive things. The last 2 games, we played 5 real good periods of the 6, and we beat Rochester, which is a real high-end team, a good team in this league. And we go into Hamilton, and it's the second period that puts us back on our heels all the time. But the guys are working hard. We just got to find a way to be better.
How do you get better, though, when the Red Wings keep invading your roster and you keep losing guys to injury? Because, this rough stretch kind of happened when Doug Janik got called up, didn't it?
Yeah, we beat Toronto 7-2 in Toronto, and we were feeling pretty good about ourselves. And after that game, Newberry went up, Tartar went to the World Juniors, and then the next game, Janik ended up going up. So we lost 3 real key pieces to our team that were all playing great at that time, and then we've struggled ever since. But in saying that, we've got a lot of good players on our team, and the weight of what's happening right now is going to fall into their shoulders. We could say, goaltending, our defense, forward. We've been real good offensively. We've had some struggles defensively, but that falls on my shoulders, not the team's. If we're struggling in areas, I got to find a way to be better, and you don't have to look any farther than me. And hopefully we can get these guys pointed in the right direction. And we played like I said, 5 real good periods in the last 6, and hopefully we can continue building on that.
When you're in the middle of the grind of a season now, how much do you have to be coach? How much do you have to be psychologist with these guys at this point to keep them interested, to spur them on? How many hats do you have to wear at this point, and which one's probably the most important?
Well, it's tough. When things don't go well, when adversity hits, the leaders of your team have got to stand tall, when everything else around them is kind of crumbling, and it's tough on them. Mm-hmm. And a lot of guys respond to being pushed, and a lot of guys actually fall off, and they can get worse. So, we got to be real careful. We're kind of a fragile group right now, but in the past, we've always come out of this. When adversities come along, we battled hard through it, and we found a way to get better. The other thing that was real tough on us, and again, no excuse, but the schedule has really been tough. We had 2 practices in 26 days in December, and no team could function on that, and be at the top of their game. But in saying that, other teams go through the same things, and we got to find a way to be better.
All right, one thing we've seen this year is a lot of former Griffins from recent teams. Jimmy Howard's up with the Red Wings and performing at an incredible level. Are you surprised at how good he's been here?
You know what? I'm not. I think last year Jimmy did some real good things for us, and it was his time to move up after last year. I don't think he could have stayed here this year. He needed to get up and play for the Wings. The first couple games he started off maybe a little slow, everybody was thinking, but you know what? Once he gets comfortable in a situation and he knows that he's going to be relied on to play well, he's going to jump, he's going to go with it, and that's exactly what's happened. He's played very, very well for Detroit.
Does Chris Osgood get back in that net eventually, or do you just ride Jimmy as long as he's hot like this?
I think it's important that Jimmy takes a lot of the load right now, and you let Osgood get up to speed and get him ready for the playoffs. He's money in the bank in the playoffs. Right now, though, Jimmy's been doing such a good job. Push him and keep him going, and hopefully Detroit will finish strong.
Darren Helm, guy, 5 goals in the last 5 games. And here's a guy who's always had that speed and great skill, but he's never had that penchant for putting the puck in the net like this. Is this one of those where you see him maybe rolling more and more, or is it just a hot stretch?
No, I think that Darren is more than capable of doing that. He hasn't been used in that role in the past. What his role was to provide energy, forecheck hard, hit. He led the team in hits last year, I think. This year he's doing the same thing, but now he's got that offensive touch going on, so it's a real bonus for the team right now, but one they needed. They needed somebody else to step up and help them, and I like watching all of our guys from last year play up there. They've all made a significant contribution to Detroit's success, and hopefully they can keep it going.
All right, Curt, thanks for coming in. Big weekend coming up for the Grand Rapids Griffins. Get out, cheer them on.